Good evening and welcome to Mind Your Business Ohana. I am your friendly neighborhood homie, light skinned, that dude from the 808, big time Navy, get your guns lessons, CPR training, all that good stuff. D Major of the 808. I'm here with my brother Jermel 808, and of course our sister Ebony Joe will be joining us as soon as she get right over there. Uh, you know, I'm happy to introduce today's episode as we talk about leadership. That's something that's near and dear for me because leadership in business is highly important on so many different levels because if you cannot be a good leader, you cannot expect to have great followers. So, what that being said, we are going to bring the energy, we're going to bring the love. So, let me go ahead and ask my boy Stevie J, what's happening over there in Texas, man?
Yo, so in the eight, shit, I'm thinking about Hawaii. What's happening in Texas, Houston, to be more precise, is making money. It's time to make money. Time is money, and time waits for no man, right? So,
Mm,
with
wise
that
words,
being
wise
said,
words.
with that being said, every second you can gain a man or a woman is capable of gaining back anything in their life.
Hmm.
One thing you can never reverse is time. So if something is not worth your time or is not paying you to in value or retrospect to what you put value on as far as your time is concerned, you shouldn't be doing it.
Mm.
So if I'm gonna leave it at that.
Dang. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you already know, the good pastor Stevie J has this tendency to just drop these gems, right? He just this knowledge and everything. It just flows off the tongue. He just dropping gems. He can't help himself. Y'all just got to be here live on the show to catch this knowledge. I'm telling y'all, every Thursday night when you have an opportunity and an hour of your time to where you can get some knowledge for your business and everything, Mind Your Business Ohana is where you want to be. So catch these gems. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say you either catch these vibes or catch these hands and stuff? You know what I'm saying? Here you can catch these vibes, catch these gems, and catch these awesome nuggets and opportunities and things that we're bringing up and stuff like that. Before we get into our discussion about leadership, accountability, because that's going to be one of the topics and one of the things that we got to talk about when it comes to leadership. Fans, family, Ohana, where y'all at with the show up? Did you think that I was bluffing on what I was offering you last week? If
They
you
must
brought me
have.
10 people, all you had to do was come on here with 10 people if you in the state of Maryland, and you can have a free 4-hour training to get your HQL license and everything that you need for being able to get a firearm. I'm a man
And
of my word.
also,
Integrity is a very big thing for me. So one, I'm holding myself accountable. I'm standing on my word, and two, I'm standing through with integrity on how I deliver my product and my business. So therefore, where y'all at? I'm calling y'all out. Also, side note, because I'm going all the way up and getting everybody. Mompreneurs, we got free gifts for you, and ain't nobody submit nothing yet. Oh no, boo boo. I know y'all do better than that. It's free. When you hear the word free, I ain't asked y'all to do nothing that you weren't capable of doing. It didn't cost you no money. All it took was a little bit of your time where you were going to get the reward for applying your time. So, accountability, integrity. I'm holding all y'all out there. Come on, fans, come through. I don't care if you start a business of just making bracelets for children or something like that. I don't care how small your business is. It could be major to somebody else. It could be major to you, but a small thing of something what somebody else needs in this world. So when we ask y'all to come through, come through. This is leadership. As a leader, I am asking you to allow me to bless you, to allow Mind Your Business Ohana podcast crew to bless you with what we have to offer. And if you don't want it, you know somebody else who do want it or do need it, that they would benefit. Let me tell you, ladies, the gifts that I have for you, you deserve to be treated like the queen and have your spa days and everything like that. I have two gifts, two great products. So,
what is the price? What is what? I think it's what, like $200-$300 worth of product.
if you put them both together, you're looking at about $250.
$250. So you talking about $125 worth of free products that can be given to anyone that do what they're supposed to do, basically.
That follow the instructions.
Follow the instructions. What's that? What's the new saying that the younger generation say? I understood the assignment.
Clearly, they didn't. I don't think they understood the assignment at all, brother. I don't think anybody understood the assignment.
That's seriously.
So, as a great leader as I am, let me offer a second chance opportunity to the folks. Let me offer a second chance. I believe that maybe they didn't catch the episode. Maybe somebody didn't share with them, and now they got to catch the episode. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Valiant Spirits, okay? We are all Ohana over here at Valiant Spirits. So Valiant Spirits is going to say this one more again. You hear me? You know? And let me break it down in the 808 version. Brother, I like C. Come on. All right? Here we go. I want you.
Oh, Sole.
Huh? Yeah.
I said, oh, bro. Oh, Sole.
Hey.
Why?
I want you to bring 10 people to the show and get yourself a free training from me if you're in the state of Maryland or Virginia or the DMV area of Washington, D.C. and stuff like that. It's a 4-hour training that's required for you to be able to purchase a firearm in the state of Maryland. But I will also make sure that you are very well versed in the operations, the mechanics, the storing, the safe handling, and everything when it comes to the firearm. I will not leave you astray just because of the
So if I understand it correctly, they have to be in Maryland. Oh, they have to be in the Maryland.
In the DMV. And the DMV consists of DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Because within this eastern region over here, the benefit of the training gets you a lot more than what you think. But you won't know until you come to my class. So
And like I added on the back end of what you was speaking about and offering, you know, business is not for the weary. You know, it takes a special caliber of person to be able to not only start a business, but really understand the complexities that go with business. And with that being said, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to impart into any individual that agreed to the terms of Valiant Spirit and so forth, the better half of 16 years. I started my first business, and the major can vouch for this, when I was roughly 20 years old. So 16 years of experience of business, sales, and operations experience. That's what you need right there, baby. You need to know your firearms, and you need to know business. Not only teaching you the not necessarily back end, but the intricacies of business, but also I'm willing to impart in you how to cut out the middleman and be able to not even worry about the taxes on your business. Because I have both ends of the spectrum. I can teach you how to file the taxes. So now instead of paying $2,000 for a CPA or somebody to file your taxes for your business, you can do it for yourself. All we need is for you to click the subscribe button for one, and for two, spread the good news to what you say for yours. 10, I think mine's I upped it another 10, so 20 individuals. And Ebony Joy had it at 30, 40. That's all it takes. I'm pretty sure within anybody's cell phone, they have at least 40 contacts. Well, you can forward our link. You can forward and say, hey, subscribe, like, all that good stuff to our videos, to our channel, and be able to win this reward. Because D Major over there giving away $125 worth of product. I'm giving away what I normally would charge someone $500. Ebony Joy is giving away what she basically almost $1,000 will be given to you in knowledge. It takes me back to the old proverb that the Bible says: you give a man a piece of fish, he'll eat for a day. You teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime.
Facts.
And we're willing to teach you this knowledge. Collectively on this podcast right now, you have damn near 40, 50 years of experience. Why wouldn't you not? I think it's ludicrous in my mind not to take advantage of that. You're going to learn about business. You're going to learn about firearms training. And you're going to learn about what Ebony Joy is offering about credit restoration and so forth. So not only you're going to know how to run your business, you're going to know how to, if you want to start, let's say hypothetically speaking, you want to start a firearm business. You're going to know how to train your people. You're going to, or you at least have your certification at the very least. You're going to know how to run that business, because I'm going to teach you the business retrospect of it. And Ebony Joy going to teach you how to make sure your business credit is right. Because any good business owner know.
And she also offered the marketing aspect of it too.
And
so
yes,
after you get your business going, you get your brand and marketing. Like that's a huge deal right there. Nonetheless, right? We dropped 10 minutes of this on them just to reiterate that. But let's talk about leadership, right?
Leadership, boy. You know, I'm a natural leader. I like being the boss.
Hey. Well, what, in your words, Steve? What is a leader? What is leadership? Define leadership.
You know, I just said this today to one of my guys that work with me. A good leader leads by example, but a great leader leads from the front.
Okay. So
you know, speaking about leadership as a whole, it's just, man, oh wow. I can speak 5 hours on leadership, because just the type of positions I've held. I think to simplify it, I would never ask an employee to do something that I'm not willing to do. And I'm going to take it a step farther than that. I'm getting hot. Let me take off this big ass watch. I would never ask a team member to do something that I'm not willing to do. Because at the end of the day, titles is like anything else. Everybody has one, right? So when I talk to people that are part of my team, I like to remind them, when they tell me I'm the boss, that that's just a title. It's just a title. I can't be a boss of one. I can't be a boss over Stephen Harris. I have to have people to be a boss over, right?
Right.
I think any boss can tell you that. If it's just you by yourself, you cannot be a boss. You're not a boss no more. You're just managing yourself. In order to be a boss, you have to be able to manage leaders, other people in general as a whole.
So let me get a definition. Leadership is defined as the action of leading a group of people or an organization. You can reference words such as guidance, direction, or authority, headship, directorship, or direction. So leaders provide guidance and direction with authority, right? Leaders provide guidance and direction with authority. So I'll give you guys a little tidbit, little knowledge that I've learned and I feel that I've mastered. One of my key things that I've always said whenever I go in for an interview for a position or anything is when they say, so tell me a little bit about yourself. I say, well, I believe that I'm a leader amongst leaders. I believe that I am a leader who has the canning ability to lead other leaders to accomplish the mission and get the job done.
That takes a special ability, because to be a leader of leaders, prime example, I cannot lie about these things. Guy is here. I literally heard him walk out the door maybe about 15 minutes ago. And speaking with him, he said, "Man, do you want a job?" I said, "Huh?" He said, "Man, I get paid $150,000 salary, and I get paid 5 times override on every sale that I make personally myself." He said, "Man, Dallas is a zoo, to say in simple terms. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. They flew me out here because it's just crazy out here in Texas." And he said all this on the ability that I remembered, because I'm in sales, right? What he said. I remember I was telling him his sales process, where he said, "Oh, I sold to your neighbors and all that good stuff." So here you go, a leader that is obviously making, at the very least, $150K annually, at the very least. And I just signed up with him because I thought it was a good deal. So, and here, so now when you have other leaders that recognize your leader ability, it's one thing to say, "Yeah, I'm a leader. Yeah, I'm a sales manager. Yeah, I run sales and operations." It's a totally different thing for other people to acknowledge that. I can say I'm the best looking dude in the world, but when I have other people tell me, "Oh, Steven, you're the best looking guy I met. You're so intelligent," and this, that, and another, that puts a cap on what I already know. It's one thing to think something, it's another thing to be told it. A good leader, you don't have to, you're told you're a good leader. You're told, "Man, you're a leader upon leaders." Because it's one thing to lead a worker bee that has no ambitions or admiration to ever exceed to the level that you're on. It's a totally different aspect when you leading people that want to be you. That want to be you, wants your position. But they recognize that, dang, that's a darn good leader. And he can do it. I don't know if I can beat him. If that's how you want to be, when you're leading your team, when you're leading your business, you want to be the person that people admire. Because respect is earned. Remember that. People always think when they have these titles, you just got to give me respect. No. No, you do not. I can promise you this thing. Is one thing that I know is respect is earned. I can say I like you, but I don't have to respect you. I can say you my friend, but I don't have to respect you, the business. Respect is earned, not given. And if you want that respect with your leaders, if you want that respect with your team, anything that you do within business or life, lead by example. Great leaders lead from the front. And that's what I do. I lead from the front. Just like I told my guy yesterday. I said, "This is your domain out here in the field. I may be the project manager, sales, operations, whatever you want to call me. I can engineer and mathematically equivalate all the angles. But when I come out here, I need leaders. I need people who's going to take control and do what I need them to do. I don't want to lead bees. I want to lead queens and king bees. There ain't no such thing as a king bee, but you get my metaphor. I want to lead leaders that's going to take control."
All right, so let's break this down. As a leader, how do you inspire? How do you recognize? And how do you get along with leaders? Because, the old saying is, you got a whole lot of chiefs and not enough Indians, right? So
I just said that to a client today. I sent one of my I sent my crew out there roughly. Well, they was kind of impatient, so I let them go and onto the job site. And I literally just said that saying not even 5 hours ago, roughly 5 hours ago. I say,
Mhm.
you have too many chiefs and not enough Indians. And so how I deal with that is if you want to be a chief, I'll put the pressure on you to be a chief. But don't
Apply
don't
pressure.
don't buckle down. 'Cause it's an old saying that I like to always refer to. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people always think they can do what you do, right? They always be like, "Oh, I can do that. I can do that." Oh, you. So, what I like to do with my team members is like, I left the office, visiting a job site. They was complaining, "Oh man, we came an hour early." Then you're in AC. You getting paid. Why are you complaining? Oh, well, I just want to go and knock it out. Okay. Let me go talk to the regional director of all of the business, this particular business. I'll talk to him. Like, man, have my guys come out an hour early. But what they're going to, and see, that's another thing. As a leader, you tell people. You don't give them the opportunity to tell you what they want. You tell them what you're going to do when you're dealing with a client-facing role. My guys are going to do these, do that. And when your people leave, they're going to do this. You know what the answer was? Okay. See, the problem is in leadership, you have a lot of weak leaders. And they're not competent or confident of themselves. They're too scared. They're not actually natural born leaders. There are actual leaders that just is just a freaking title. They're the leader because of a title. I can whether my title say I'm the leader or not. Stephen Jamel Harris is the leader. Simple as that. If you put me on the job site, whether it's in the office of the field, if you ain't a natural leader, you gonna have a hell of a problem trying to talk with me. That's just the facts. It ain't authority complex. It's just the simple that I'm a logical thinker. I'm very smart, but beyond being smart, I'm even more wise. So if it ain't making sense, you're going to have an employee that's going to challenge you on everything you say. Because it don't make sense. So if you're not a natural leader trying to lead me, which is very few people that can lead me, you're going to have a hell of a time. So when I go, I have that same mindset. Whether you're a general manager, regional directional, architectural engineer, true story. Job I was just telling you and Ebony about last night. Architect emailed me saying, make all the changes I want to make. The same stuff that I told you on the job site, you emailed telling me I can make all the changes. That lets me know within itself that, hey, you recognize that I was correct. So as a leader, you have to be confident. You have to be confident and competent in what you're saying. You have to know what you know is correct and right. Especially when you lead other leaders. When you're talking to people that are more educated than you are or have more experience than you have, just like an officer in the military. That officer is outranking their chief. That chief may have 10 years of experience. That officer, all he has is Lieutenant Ensign 1. Lieutenant, I think that is.
It depends on what branch you're talking about.
Navy.
So you got Ensign, Lieutenant JG, Lieutenant. Then you got lieutenant, commander, then captain.
But that chief has to, the lowest rank lieutenant, he still has to salute him, right?
Yeah, the ensign. A chief still salutes an ensign, yes.
Exactly. Even though he has more knowledge than he has about this job or whatever, job they're doing, he has more knowledge. That chief has more knowledge. He has to give respect. Because that lieutenant.
There are some times and some terms when it really does not it doesn't go that way, right? And that's when you have somebody who's prior enlisted, who we call Mustangs, like what I'm going to be or aiming to be, right? Those are the people who rose through the ranks, through the enlisted ranks before they commissioned and became officers. So they went through the trenches and then they became officers. So their leadership started and was gained, their actual skill sets in it was gained before they were even commissioned as an officer. So you have the supervisor level, and then you have where officers are at, they're more of the managerial and stuff like that. So the chiefs are like the executive middle ground. And then you just got like warrant officers who are the subject matter experts who just, you don't argue with them about nothing because they wrote the book on everything that you're trying to do anyway. So no matter whether you're O or an enlisted, the warrant is the warrant, and the warrant knows what they're talking about. Period. Leave it be.
Nevertheless, statistically speaking, unless you come from a military family, you know about warrant officers and so forth, which obviously we all three of us do. So we know about what a warrant officer is. Most people just know about two branches of the military: enlisted and officer.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth of the matter. They know if they got a college degree, they can go enlist. They can go as an officer. If they got a high school diploma, they can go in as enlisted. If they got a JRTC, which that might be above their rank or whatever their knowledge base, I guess, they can go in as an E3 after A school, E4, so forth. Basically, what I'm getting at is, to be a leader among leaders, or to even just lead in general, you got to be competent in what you do. You got to know what the fuck you're saying. And even if not what you're saying sounds accurately correct to you, like I just told my guy, direct the job site. Do as far as the standard operating procedure. Do it accordingly to how it works out in your mind. It don't matter how it works out. I'm in the office. I run the operations and sales on the back end. I'm many titles. My business card says client relationship specialist, but it can very well say operations manager. It can very well say sales manager. It can very well say a lot of different things. When I'm out there on the job, you have to be a leader. And if I'm out there on the job with you, and I'm out there as the third person, the man, the as they say in basketball, the sixth man. If I'm out there as the third man, tell me what needs to be done. Because yes, true enough, I have mathematically put everything together, right? But out here on the job, this is your arena. Tell me what you need to be done, and I'll make sure it's done. Because at the end of the day, all I care about is getting this job done.
All right. So
when you lead leaders, you need to make sure you have a company team that can be able to be leaders within themselves.
All right. So let's break this down when it comes to the business. All right. As a business owner, you are expected, or you will be assumed to be, a leader. If you are operating a company and you are going to have employees, you are in a position of leadership. Now, whether those people who decide to work for you say that they will follow you because they believe in your leadership style and your business and everything like that is a whole different story. That's on you, your leadership style, and how you are able to use your leadership style to inspire and guide and direct those who follow you to accomplish the mission. So as business owners, we look at it like this. This is your baby. This is what you have created. In order for you to properly lead in it, you must know, or at least have some familiarity with what is going on from all levels. There's a very wise thing that's always been said. You have to listen to the rubber that's meeting the road. When you drive in your car and you going along and doing all this stuff, you have to listen to the rubber that's meeting the road. You cannot go anywhere, or you will not know if your car is able to drive and do what it's supposed to do if you're not listening to the rubber meeting the road. Why am I saying this? Because great leaders listen to those other leaders or other followers and take in their input to improve, grow, or manifest a greater outcome for the business. You cannot be closed-minded when you operate in the business.
You have to be open-minded.
You cannot be closed-minded when you operate a business. Matter of fact, you can have a regular 9-to-5 job for all y'all regular working folks and everything like that. And I guarantee you that if you want to improve your company and you have an idea, if your leadership and your management does not listen to your input and take heed to it and at least take it under consideration, that is not a good leader. Why? Because if you have an idea and that idea is great to where it can show that you have growth in you to think like a leader or do things and put yourself in a managerial position and stuff, one or two things happen. You become intimidating to the intimidated because they feel like you're somebody who's trying to do something that can cause you to move up.
Take their job.
And those type of people feel like their job is in jeopardy.
Exactly.
Oh well.
Exactly.
Hey, there's at the overhead, the only person whose job would never be in jeopardy is the owner of the company. Unless he or she decides that they want to have a board that can vote them out of the company and stuff like that. And I don't know nobody who owns a business that's gonna set themselves up to where
that's a whole
they can get voted out. Now, if you got a whole bunch of people who formulate the business together, then that's another thing, right? But staying on topic, you got to think about leadership. So why am I bringing this up? Because styles of leadership are important. You need to recognize your style of leadership and how you're able to communicate information to whether you inspire your subordinates or your other leaders, I would say, to get the job done. And if you can't recognize your own style of leadership, look at different leaders that you are influenced by. You're going to have some good leaders. You're going to have some bad leaders. If you want to look for leaders that are not directly in your field, you can look up leaders throughout history, right? History is one of our best teachers of what great leaders look like and what great followers also look like. And I'll go ahead and do this before the pastor do it. One of the greatest leaders of all time that we already know about was Jesus. And if you don't understand how this man was able to inspire and motivate and get people to follow him, go read your word. That man did a lot of great things, and he never put himself above any man. He made himself equal to all men as he led them to follow him. Okay, I dropped the gem. All right, I took the pastor time and I dropped the gem from the pastor's notes over here, Stevie J. So, but yes, y'all, please recognize your style of leadership. Recognize what great leaderships look like around you. You may see character inside of a particular leader that you may not resonate with, and that may be a person that you don't want to work with in business, right? Leadership is a very, very admirable quality that lets you know what type of person you're involving yourself with or working with or going to be following if you choose to follow or partner with. So I need you guys to understand where I'm coming from with this and hear me out as I tell you, pay attention to the leaders that you have around you. Pay attention to your style of leadership and see how things are going to go from there. They're all different types of things that you may not recognize about yourself, but that's why they have training classes for leadership. And yes, in business, you have to take courses and everything to improve yourself and your knowledge and stuff to help you become a great leader. So if you have any questions, I'm open. Post them up in the chat. and we can talk about this and we can discuss what different types of leadership styles there are. Where would you find information on how to recognize the qualities of character and leadership, and why things like that are important in business? This dialogue and this discussion that we're having is for you guys to all come on and be a part of, because we want you to be successful in your business. So as you operate and as you conduct yourself as professionals and engage in all areas of the business, I want you to understand that we're here for you. Excuse the technical difficulties. My brother Stevie J just fell off because I think his signal went out. Hang on. Well, in the meantime, while they try to work themselves back in the room, I see my sister Ebony Joy is getting ready to come back in. Hold on, y'all. Let me text them. Yeah, so Ebony's getting ready to join us shortly once she can get in and do what she got to do. And then Stevie J will be back here in a moment as well. So while they're working out the technical difficulties on their end, I'm open to hearing all chats, questions, and things that you may have. And we can talk about it. Mm-hmm. Well, looks like they're having a little bit more technical difficulties than I thought they would be having to come back onto the pod. So I guess I get to go on my little solo rant right now. Oh, wait, here we go. Ebony Joy's about to pop in. Oh, she figured it out.
Yay! What's up?
All right. I like them frames. Look at you.
Thank you.
Look at, hey, do me a favor.
I
Do
don't
me a favor.
understand what was going on with technology today, and it's still echoing for me, so I don't know.
Because you have two things open right now. You're on whatever other platform you have, whether it's on your phone or on a tablet or something, it's open still, because I still see you in the room on the other side. And you got to go and let Steve back in. But do me a favor. Say Jinkies real quick.
Jinky.
Got the Velma glasses on.
He's so silly. You know what? There he is.
You got him?
Yeah, I got him.
Okay.
There we go. I mean, I've been back here for like 30 minutes.
Oh my God. I don't even know. Like, I was telling them, I said, normally I'll do this thing on my computer, so it's so weird because now I'm still hearing the echo and I'm having a few technical difficulties.
You have to go. You have to go to your other thing. You probably have multiple windows open in your phone. You need to close the other one.
Okay. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take myself out for a few
minutes. You look so sophisticated.
I'll be right back.
I told her. I told her to say Jinkies, man. She got them Velma glasses on.
She look so sophisticated, looking like her mama over there.
Ooh.
I'm gonna take that in the good way.
All right, handle your business. We here. All right, Steve. So while you were gone, I was breaking down like leadership and different styles of leadership and the importance of recognition of leaders and stuff like that. Um, as you already know, I referenced good old biblical leadership with Jesus because he was obviously a good example of what it was to be a leader among leaders. Because he attracted followers, but he never put himself above the fellow man. He literally led them as a leader naturally. So yeah, I hinted on that, and then we had the technical difficulties where you disappeared and stuff. But we're gonna see if Ebony can get back in and get right.
Yes. Let's wait for Miss Ebony Joy to rejoin us.
When she figure out how to clear her multiple screens that she got open at one time. She might have to borrow one of her friends' phones and stuff. Be like, look, I'm gonna need you to get on here and do this other side of the house.
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Big facts. Yeah, man. So, for all you folks, while we in the interest of time, because I don't want to waste nobody's time.
Exactly. Time is money, and money is time.
I want to know. I want to hear from the audience. Historically, who do you think inspires you as a leader, or could be inspirational as a leader? Somebody that you feel is somebody worth following or leading with or learning from to be just as qualified of a leader. Because leaders are inspiring, right? Real good leaders are going to be inspirational. So if you had to pick somebody, Stevie J, if you had to pick somebody who you would say is a great leader for you to emulate, learn from, like qualities of this person is.
Are we talking about as a business or just personal?
Business. Well, how about both? Let's do one of both.
As a personal, I would say Malcolm X.
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X.
You want Brother Malcolm?
Brother Malcolm.
Okay.
Brother Malcolm. Malcolm X.
All right.
As a personal choice. A lot of my views align with Malcolm X.
Okay.
A lot of like how I just look at a lot of things when it comes to just everything that's happening to just us in general. So I would say Malcolm X.
Okay. And what do you think? Who do you think is a business leader that you will follow?
Joe. I take that back. I refer a lot to Bill Gates and Steve Jobs whenever I'm talking to individuals, especially when it comes to management. I don't have to be the smartest person in the room. I just have to be smart enough to hire individuals that are in the top of their field when it comes to different jobs. Prime example, I don't have to be the best salesperson. I have to be smart enough to be able to hire the best salespeople. I don't have to be the best operations person. I just got to be smart enough to be able to hire the best operations people and so forth and so on. So I say that to say this. If you're the smartest person in the room, you need to find another room to go to. A lot of times people they misunderstand what knowledge and wisdom is. And I'm going to clarify for you all, just in case you don't know. I'm pretty sure our audience is very intelligent and intuitive. Knowledge is when you know a lot about a lot of different things, which I do. Wisdom is when you have the foresight or the insight to look at someone and see past what they're saying and understand where they can be. We'll say that again. Knowledge is knowing things, knowing a lot about a lot of different subjects, and being able to be a scholar or whatever you want to call it, knowledge, seeker of knowledge. You hear that a lot. Wisdom is something that cannot be taught. It's the ability to look past what a person is telling you and look at where they can be at. And as a natural leader, a lot of times I look at people and I see where they at, especially my own people. I see where they at and I see where they could be. With the right leadership, with the right people teaching them. My people perish from lack of knowledge. That's what the Bible says, right? But a lot of times knowledge and wisdom kind of coincide with each other, even though they're totally different. So yeah, I guess I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to talk nobody's head off. I can go on and on and on.
Oh, we know.
It's different than wisdom. Wisdom is being able.
Okay. Well, y'all, we finally got Ebony Joy back on. You know, she got on her Velma glasses. You know, she say Jinkies. So we're gonna hear from her about leadership. Gotta get, while we have time, let's see what are the personal leaders that she's inspired by and what are the professional leaders that she's inspired by, as far as business and things go. And then we can definitely hear her other insights when it comes to what makes good leaders and where it all comes from. So, Ebony, what you got, sis?
So, how y'all doing? Did you hear that?
Hey, Steve, go mute your line. Well, he off now, so you should be able to come on. I'm gonna mute mine.
How's that? How is that? Ooh, it's still echo. It's my line. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead, say what you got to say. We'll deal with the feedback and all that stuff and see what can happen. There's something going on with your mic. You got your earplugs? You got your headphones? Turn your volume down so you can't hear.
Let's try that. How's that?
Yo, you really got something going on your phone. Oh my goodness. All right, look. Have you turned the volume?
I need a new phone from the viewers.
Okay, look, how about this? You can type it in the chat and I'll read off what you got to say in the chat. All right, y'all. Clearly today is a day of technical difficulties, but hey, while she's doing her typing, I'm gonna go ahead and once again, I want to give her a shout out to Cultural Elegance. Man, when I tell y'all, I put on that shea butter, that white linen. Oh my goodness, it's the perfect one for right out the shower during the summertime. That white linen shea butter from Cultural Elegance. Y'all, listen, men or women, it's gender neutral. Imagine being fresh out the shower and smelling like the sheets or clean linen and stuff, like going to sleep and everything, or walking around and you just smell good, like you Downy fresh but clean linen fresh or whatever, right? Cultural Elegance shea butter. I ain't seen no lotions, I ain't seen no oils or nothing that smells so natural and it conforms to the body's natural scent the way that does. Cultural Elegance body butters. Y'all got to get it. All right, let's see what sis says. All right, so she got this horrible playback, right? So I'm gonna repeat the question so she can answer, right? First, Ebony, give us a personal leader and why they're a personal leader, and for you to recognize them as a leader in your life. I'll do it slow, so we'll just go question by question. Okay, so she's mentioned leadership from Brentmore Gaskins and Miss Shay Morton. They're very organized and straight to the point type of leaders. Yeah, got that? So what are the qualities of leadership to you, Ebony? Like, if you had to define leadership in your own words, how would you say? Yeah, Michelle is very organized and process your LLC documents. Awesome. But here's your question, though. Define leadership in your own words. How would you define leadership in your own words? What is leadership to you? Ooh. She says a person who takes charge and teaches power. We haven't heard those words in our leadership discussion yet. So can you elaborate a little bit? Expound upon what it means for a leader to take charge and teach power. We can't hear you talking on the phone. Okay. So these leaders have vision. Steve mentioned leadership vision. So y'all excuse me. She clowning on me right now. But yes, I agree. Leaders have vision, and with that vision, they are able to inspire you to see the direction of which they're trying to go, or they want the group or organization to go. Uh-oh, she about to deliver another one. And they are willing and able to teach others the way to go. That's a big deal. Oh, she said she has another nugget. We got to be sure to get Ebony's gems, because Steve he started off the first 10 minutes dropping gems. So y'all help me remind Ebony, give us a gem too. Great leaders are confident and secure, which will allow others to learn. They had to allow the others to learn. Okay. So, how does a leader allow others to learn? By not being afraid of others taking their place. Oh, Isn't that not spot on to what I said earlier? Didn't y'all not hear me earlier when I said that? You have great leaders who will listen to the rubber that meets the road, because the rubber that meets the road is going to tell you how the car is able to move and all this other stuff, right? That's spot on to what I was saying, because when you have those leaders in your organization, when you come with a great idea and you want to do something, excel, learn, or you want to challenge yourself for growth, and then they want to stump you or stop you from doing that, those aren't great leaders, because they're afraid and they are, what did I say? They are intimidated, and they automatically try to say that you're intimidating to them because they're intimidated because you have the potential to grow and take their place. Great leaders train you to be in their position. Great leaders train you to move up to the next level. I don't want nobody who's going to be on the ground and stay at the bottom and stuff. I want somebody who's going to come up and who's going to help lead other people to grow and all that stuff, because the company keeps going. And if you can't do it across the board and help everybody, we got a whole problem in the organization. Ebony wasn't even on earlier when I said all this, and she coming back saying the same thing I said in different words. Clearly, there's recognition of what leaders, do, because great leaders, we probably speak a lot, Similar things come from the great minds. Yep, straight up synchronized. That Ohana love right there. It is indeed enough out here for everybody, because we all can eat. Straight levels. I say that all the time. When I had to tell people, and I said, look, it's levels to this, and I'm pretty high up there. I'm just trying to help you come up there where I'm at. So if you're not willing to take the knowledge and the advisement that I give you and stuff like that, that's by all means, you are your own person, your own discernment. You can do whatever you're going to do and everything like that. But what you won't be able to do is say that I didn't try to help you come up. I didn't try to help you be better than where you are. So, man, look, y'all, we're approaching those final minutes of the segment. It's been a great 45 minutes or so, minus the technical difficulties, and our sis Ebony, she can't get her audio, and Steve can't stay connected. Like, what is going on with the Wi-Fi 6 around here? You know what I mean? Look, hey, if any of our sponsors work for Samsung or Apple or anything like that, or any of our audience, who would like to be sponsors from Samsung or Apple and everything like that, can we get my crew a couple of tablets so they can come through with awesome Wi-Fi with the current stuff and not be disconnected and everything? Because that would be wonderful. Otherwise, we're just gonna make it a business expense and we're gonna have to charge it off, right? What we got in the chat? Hey, you damn right, we still rolling, okay? The devil ain't stopping nothing here. You ain't stopping nothing over here. Because whether it's 1, 2, or the 3 of the Mind Your Business Ohana crew, you still gonna get that good energy that's gonna stay live. Believe that. So for everybody else who's on here, I guess Ebony, go ahead and type your gem of the night. We're gonna get the gems rolling for the last couple of minutes. I don't know what happened to Stevie J, but he already dropping gems in the beginning of the show. So y'all probably heard like 5 of them already from the good pastor. Ooh, rise to the occasion and be the quiet one in the room to learn the most. That's what I'm talking about. I like that one. You got to rise up. Y'all saw that Hamilton? Rise up. I like the Hamilton musical. That was good. Don't forget to follow Ebony Joy at I Am Ebony Joy on all your social media platforms. Yeah. Oh, let me get my gem because I got to give y'all this goodie. All right. And it's just gonna be a repeat of what I said earlier because I just want to slow it down and break it down for you. Right. When you are seeking out great leadership, or when you're trying to seek out the leadership of your character and what your leadership style is, pay attention to the leaders that are around you. Pick and pull from the good leaders and recognize what the bad leaders do so you know what you don't want to do. All right? Listen to me again. When you are developing your leadership style and how you want to operate your company, your business, and everything like that, pay attention to what you see as good leadership and pull from that knowledge on that pile. But also pay attention to the bad leadership so you know what not to do and what not to bring into your organization or what you don't want and don't agree with. All right? I'm your boy D Major 808. You know, catch me on IG, Facebook, D Major 808. Stevie J's out. Don't forget my sister, I am Ebony Joy. You know, y'all definitely got to catch her show, Acting Up with Ebony Joy, because you know if you ain't on that on YouTube already, you might want to catch that, because Acting Up with Ebony Joy, you think she be acting up, but she really be doing these interviews, right? And be talking to folks that be telling you all their business and all that stuff like that. But you want to tune in to Acting Up with Ebony Joy. All right. Thank you again for coming on. We appreciate y'all with all of our hearts and love and support. And we are so serious. If you would like to bless the Mind Your Honda podcast crew with new technology that's going to work and keep them connected, we appreciate that in advance. So, as always, mahalo and ohana. We love y'all. Deuces. Peace.